Hi, welcome to my vlog. This is going to be a section called Coffee Talk because I am drinking coffee and I am talking and I am going to introduce myself and my vlog. So, yeah, this is my Bionic journey coming back to running and life and the ups and downs of it. Like I said, Bionic. I have total hip replacement that I had 3 years ago, and I started getting back into running last year, and there's been a lot of ups and downs. And I was like, I should really just like have a place to document this because I bet there are other people who have had similar experiences, but they're having a hard time following because most people just like to talk about like, oh man, I just had this crazy injury and 3 months later I'm back and it's awesome and it's great and look at me, I'm PRing. And I know I came across that. When I had my hip replaced, I started following a Facebook group. And I was trying to find answers, and I saw people who were like, man, since I had my hip replaced, I'm running faster than I was before, and I'm PRing, and now I'm doing these like huge ultra distances and stuff like that. And my journey, it definitely wasn't like that. And I got really depressed and disheartened, and like it was frustrating to see. And I want people to know that that's not how every journey is going to be and how every situation is going to be. And I came from a background of running ultra distances, winning in races, not like big races, especially in age group stuff, and playing other sports, to having my back fused in my L4, L5, S1, to then beating the odds in that, to having to get a total hip replacement before I was even 40, and trying to be like, I'm going to come back. Everybody else comes back and it's no big deal. But you know what? That's false. That's not everybody's story. And that seems to be a lot of what's out there. And I think that can be hard, and I think that can be frustrating. And I know it was for me, and I got down a lot because I wasn't expecting so many lows and so many setbacks when I had my hip replaced. And I had a lot of regrets, and I had a lot of frustration, and I decided that, a long time ago I decided I wanted to start recording and talking about it, but I'm really, really uncomfortable talking in front of a camera. And so it takes a lot of courage. Anyway, so I'm going to be honest, I am coming off of a high from a run this last weekend that turned out to be way better than I thought. But the reason why that run ended up being so good was because I really had to let go of the idea that I'm going to be who I used to be. And that's just not true. And I had to let go of the fact that I'm not going to set PRs from before, but I can erase all of those old PRs, all of those wins, all of those things that I experienced before. Sorry, I made the camera move. I'm using my table. And start over, start fresh. Like, why not? And it's not even just about starting over and starting fresh because I had, hip replacement and this surgery. But I think anybody at any time in your life, you can start to feel frustrated because you're not hitting old goals that you might have, whether it's in running or another sport. I'm going to talk about running because that's my sport, but I think this can be relatable in a lot of ways. I think even lifting, because I do actually like to lift too, so I think we can relate it to that as well. And I want you to come on this journey with me as I am setting new records for this new version of who I am. And I'm going to be letting you in on the ugly and the good and the bad. And I'm going to try my best to not just record good days. I want you to see how it sucks all the time. But it's not, it's work. It's always going to be work. So grab your cup of coffees, because cheers to us and this wild journey that we're about to go on together. Also, I did not do this Just so you know, I've never done the Boston Marathon. This is a fraud shirt. You'll also probably see me wearing an Ironman shirt. Also a fraud. So this is my best friend did the Boston Marathon, and I was with him to support him because I supported him when he got into the Boston Marathon. And our thing was, no matter where we were at in life, we would come together when he ran Boston. That's what we did. I froze that day, so I had to get a sweatshirt so I'd stay warm. I ran around Boston during the Boston Marathon, but I did not run the Boston Marathon. Also, I did not do Ironman. That's another story. Maybe that I'll tell you on someday about how I actually know and am friends with some pretty up there Ironman people who are very inspiring to me and have also helped me along the way on this journey. So anyway, get your coffees. Let's get going. This is Coffee Run, Coffee Talk, the Bionic Adventures. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway. Welcome. Oh, that got cold. It's that too.